So what happens is that you respond, you find yourself empty because you're separated from when you respond to one, you can no longer respond to the other. You can no longer grow out of the other, the original. Now you have a spirit in you that is of that which tempted you. That spirit has got inside you, that little spore. And now you feel inferior. You've lost your power. Remember we said the other day we lost our power. And we feel, now we are suggestible. Now our mind no longer is our own. We don't think from within. We think, we're outbreathed, we're not inbreathed. We're no longer inspired, we're outspired. We're affected emotionally. So that now that not only are we inferior, we feel it, something's missing. But we also think it. You're stupid. Now you compensate. So you get an education, or you become a very rich person, and you spend your whole life trying to prove to yourself you're not inferior. Now, even if you came back to that person and threw the gauntlet on the ground and said, see, now who's stupid? And they said, oh, well, I'm sorry, you know, I must have been wrong, you're wonderful. You spent your whole life...
That's exactly the situation.
I made it simple, I took a long turning, but the same principle. We'll work, and then so now even if they said, you are wonderful, even if the whole world says, agrees.
That's happened. I've even acquired the objectivity to love her for exactly who she is, irregardless of what she did then and what she... But still, it isn't all out because I know when I'm around
who?
Certain situations.
You love who? To love who?
To love my mother.
Yeah, but you see, the love still isn't healthy because you're loving her like an evolved. For instance, if I spoil my children, and I give them, if I'm a little old mother who sacrifices all her money and scrubs floors and spoils her children so they could be doctors, and all she's doing is supporting those little egos. The whole purpose of life is to bring the ego back to God, to correct children. And instead, the children should be scrubbing floors to learn humility. But the mother doesn't want her to go through what she went, so she was hurt and destroyed and she has to scrub, so she sacrifices herself, hoping that she gets the love of her children. So one day these children will appreciate her scrubbing floors and take care of her and worship her, because the whole idea of scrubbing floors, this humility is to be extolled, a virtue to be extolled.
Sure.
But instead of having that effect, this subtle little will that's operating in her, it doesn't look like a little will, that frail little creature scrubbing floors. And see, it doesn't look like a will at all. It's having its other effect. She's taking the pride of these kids and pumping them up and giving them education and giving them not too much too soon and reinforcing the fallen ego, and it becomes spoiled rotten. And guess what happens? They look back upon their mother as they are evolved, and there's this Neanderthal ancestor, ape-like beings, and they think they don't want anything to do with her. It has a totally different effect. See, instead of getting worse, she's getting even more pushed into the ground. Now, all of this wouldn't have happened if she'd... This is a will operating in her. She's trying to create an effect. See, she works hard and she wants love. How does she get love? She works hard for it, to be appreciated. She's compensated. She's looking humble. She looks like good, like God. Humble, sacrificing, I mean, she see what I'm saying? She's manipulating.
Yep.
She's manipulating.
Yep.
It's having not the desired effect. Now, but the children could love her out of guilt, out of anger. See, they may hate their mother, may feel the manipulations, they may sense in her old age that's what she's working towards.